Today I'm going to be using pattern brushes in Adobe Illustrator to create a Chinese dragon brush. Okay, so I have pulled over this from a design I did years ago and some legs here, and what I'm going to do is make it so that when we draw a path, it will follow along the path. Now first I need to make the body, and I'm just going to make stripes for the body, and I'm going to make them the same color as the dragon itself. So I drew out a rectangle and shifted that rectangle upwards and then pressed Command D to duplicate that multiple times. I'm now going to select the colors of the body that are used in this Chinese dragon right there. And we're going to start with this shape right here. So when creating a pattern brush in Adobe Illustrator, which is essentially a brush made of graphics instead of just a specific width and pattern to be drawn in any color, we have to select our shape here and move it over into the brush panel. To start, I'm just going to group this and move it over here. It will ask us what we would like to do with it. I'm going to say create pattern brush. For some reason, it can never figure out the inside corner by itself, so you have to select this right here, which is how you would like it to generate those. I'm going to do auto centered because I don't know if you can see, but auto between has a little bit of a line there. I'm going to name this one test because this is not going to be our final brush. This is me just showing you how the brushes work in general. Now with it selected, I can select the brush and draw out this shape, kind of like a rainbow right now, so I can draw that as much as I want. Another helpful thing you can do with it is you can actually just draw out a path with the pen tool, select it, and then apply this across it like that. So I can then round these corners and get a nice little like psychedelic kind of like 60s design going on right there. Just kind of neat. If you look over here in the pattern brush panel, now you'll see that there are some empty spaces right here. This is for the beginning of the brush and the end of the brush. Okay, so I'm going to move this dragon head onto the end of the brush so that at the end of my stroke there will be a dragon head there. I'm going to first flip his head so that it faces the correct direction. So I'm then going to drag it in over here, and by default it's going to try and create a new brush. We don't want to do that, so I'm going to hold Option or Alt depending on what operating system you're using. And I'm going to hover over this square right here, which is the end of the brush. Now, we've got a few problems right now with this brush, and I wanted to show you how this would essentially work out. But one, it is right at the end of the rainbow right here. And also, it's not centered exactly how we want it to. So in order to fix that, around our original brush, I'm actually going to draw a rectangle, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Now what matters with this outline is the height more than anything, because in order to create a centered brush and make sure that the head of the brush and the body of the brush are perfectly aligned, they need to be the same height. Otherwise Illustrator is going to stretch one of them, whichever one's smaller, to be the same height. So I'm going to use this height right here to make the dragon head, put it about where I want it to be, and then I'm going to move this body straight over and send it all the way to the back. Now we've got these two, and obviously we don't want green outlines on our brush itself, so I'm going to group both of these sections together, and then I'm going to select these areas with green outlines and remove them. I'm going to move first the body in, do pattern brush. I'm going to select this one, move it over into the brush panel, hold Option or Alt, bring it to the end right here, and with it selected, when I draw it, I will get a dragon like this. Now I can come in here, draw a line, apply my dragon to it. I can create a Chinese dragon that goes all the way across the screen like this really easily. And let's say you're doing like a children's book or something, you can create this brush once and then draw the dragon across multiple pages. Now I do have some claws here, and I wanted to show you some options. We could add it to the brush if we wanted to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this segment of the brush right here. I'm going to bring the claw in right there, get rid of the outline, group everything together. So now I've got a couple segments here. I've got this clean one and I've got the one with the claw right here. I'm going to move the one with the claw in and hold Option or Alt, just like adding it to the head here. And instead I'm going to add it to the middle. So I want to leave the claw on just the straightaways, not the corners. come in here and just what I was doing, leave it there, hit OK. I'm then going to bring the old one in and holding Alt or Option, I'm going to apply it to the corner. And now I can draw a dragon with little feet. So why I would probably just put them on manually is like, I didn't need that many legs. So, I mean, in theory, you could come in here and just stretch this guy way out, right? Throw that in there. So now every single dragon is going to have it spread out a bit more. But yeah, that's how you create a Chinese dragon using the pattern brush in Adobe Illustrator, as well as just how the pattern brush works in general. So you can use this to create something like the Pink Floyd, like Dark Side of the Moon. You could have something cool with that. You could just use it for a rainbow. You could use it for like ocean waves. There's a whole lot of stuff you can do here. Since you can apply it to any path and just like round out the corners or even draw it with a brush, it's very easy to save yourself a lot of time by just creating a few of the elements that you need and then drawing it in the direction you need it to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun just drawing shapes with my Chinese dragon right here. If you'd like to see more design and art tips, as well as just crafty videos in general, that's what I do, so be sure to follow.